Hello, welcome to this short video on IBM DB2 SQL Performance Analyzer for ZOS, also known as SQL PA. I will be discussing the integration between SQL PA and the IBM DB2 Query Monitor for ZOS. Prior to opening the DB2 Query Monitor, I'll review the SQL PA system warning parameters to show you some expected results. With that covered, then I'll open the DB2 Query Monitor and view current activity summaries, navigating to queries which ran against a specific subsystem and user. Then I'll view the query that I ran a short time ago and transfer it into SQL PA. Once costing is complete, the query limits report will populate and identify where the query has exceeded parameters. Finally, I'll cover the integration parameters between SQL PA and the query monitor. The query limits report will display warnings when the warning parameters are exceeded. The notifications are presented when your query exceeds one or more of the limits set for normal resource use. The identifiers within the column labeled C, E, I, Q, and $symbol coincides with the columns to the right. In this example, the query has exceeded both physical I/O and Q units. The maximum level are shown from the SQL PA system parameters. So now let's take a look at the query monitor and identify a query for analysis. In this example, I recently ran a query, and I would like to investigate what costs are associated to it, and if I should consider query tuning. The ISPF interface for the DB2 Query Monitor is already open. I will select to view activity summaries. I know the DB2 subsystem that I ran the query against, so I'm going to select option 2, DB2. The subsystem is IA1A, so within that subsystem, I will view the queries by user authorization. The authorization ID is TS6123. I will view the query statement to make sure that it's the correct one. This is the statement that I want to analyze, so I'll enter PA for the query monitor to call DB2 SQL Performance Analyzer. So let's take a look at the query limits report by entering an E on the command line. Within the report, I see that Q units has exceeded the value of 200. I'll take a look at the explain report for additional information. At the top of the report, I see the SQL statement. As I continue to review the report, I see that there are table space scans, which in general means poor performance, unless the table is very small. The tables are joined via nested loops, which is an effective way to join tables. However, the join would be faster if indexes were included. So what-if analysis could be performed by adding table indexes to determine if the Q unit's value would fall below its specified threshold. The configuration between DB2 SQL PA and the DB2 Query Monitor requires that you use the Tools Customizer to create the ANL CIQM C-list in the high-level qualifier, and then enter this information into the product startup C-lists for the query monitor. For additional information on SQL PA, please contact your IBM ZOS specialist or Rocket Software Solution Advisor. You can also view additional videos which target use cases, what-if scenarios, access path comparison, and integration with other DB2 products. Thank you for watching.